Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide.
Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
And we hope everyone is having a great weekend. This is our Sunday chat for March the 30th of 2025. And we're doing our chat inside today because the weather outside, the temperature is beautiful. I think it's 71 degrees today.
Yeah.
But it's real windy and it's cloudy. We do have some more stormy weather coming in tonight and Sunday and Monday. And so we're going to keep our eyes on that weather here lately. We've been getting a lot of that bad weather, haven't we, Marie?
Yeah, it's usually we do this time of year. And also, we're just about fixing to get some rain here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, it looks like it could start any minute.
Right.
Sometimes I wish I could show you everything that goes on here as Marie and I are getting set up and, doing our videos. But some of it's a little embarrassing, so we don't want to show everything, do we, Marie? But we had so much fun. And yesterday when we were making a video, we made it for Monday afternoon. And before we started, it was such a perfect blooper, but we'd say not to put it in, didn't we, Marie? But I wish I could show you some of these funny things. We have a good time. Doing YouTube is like having a job because it does keep you busy of doing the work of actually making the videos and editing them and then operating the channel and replying to everyone's comments and everything. It is like a job, but it is fun too, isn't it?
Yeah.
We really enjoy it, don't we?
Yeah, it's like kind of like a fun hobby too.
Yeah, and of course, needless to say, once a month we get a check from YouTube, and that makes up for it. That's the reason I say it's like a job, isn't it, Marie? Okay, Marie, let's go ahead and let you do the devotion this morning. Today's devotion is on John 3:7, and it's entitled New Life.
It says, our human hearts are disconnected from God as a result of sin. We can't do anything about that disconnect except be born again. Jesus says we must have a spiritual rebirth in order to be born into God's kingdom. The words of this verse are only a few short statements before the statement of John 3:16, which pretty much encapsulates the salvation message of Scripture. Believe in Jesus, ask Him to be your Savior, repent of your sins, and you will be born again to a new life in God. You should not be surprised by saying you must be born again. And that was John 3:7. And then at the bottom, C.S. Lewis says, the Christian does not think God will love us because we are good, but that God will make us good because He loves us.
Amen.
And I'm so glad that last part of what C.S. Lewis says, it says God will make us good because He loves us. And that's true. We're not good, but we're only good as God changes us through the death and burial and resurrection of Jesus. Okay, Calvin, do you have anything that you wanted to add to that or anything?
No. I do have a comment I want to make in a second, but I'll let you do the mail first. You had one letter that came this week.
Yes, it was from Christopher, and it was just a beautiful card. It looks like it was a watercolored card, and it's just so pretty. And he just said that he hopes and prays that we have a blessed week, and these are the things that make me and Calvin get through the week. Sometimes is when y'all's cards come through and we read y'all's touching messages, right, Calvin?
Absolutely. And it gives us something to look forward to every day. Yeah. Of course, here where we live, our mail truck runs usually in the evenings. Here lately, she's been coming around 1:30 or 2, but a lot of days she won't come till 6 o'clock or later. So, it just varies. We never know when we're going to get mail.
No.
As you were sitting there reading the devotion, Marie, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I changed my mind. I won't talk about it. As you were reading the devotion, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking every word you're saying, I'm processing it, and just sitting here. We had a comment this last week, and I feel like it probably had to be from a new viewer, and I don't know if it was a man or a woman, don't remember right now. But anyway, the comment said, Calvin said, I'm familiar with this, and I think you probably should go to a doctor and be checked for either dementia or Alzheimer's. And I just cracked up laughing when I read that. She said that I sat there with a blank stare on my face. And so, I can't help it. That's just me. But anyway, I got a good laugh at it, and I replied back, LOL, because I thought it was funny.
Well, there's so many things that your mind is processing while you're doing these videos, and sometimes it's easy to have a blank stare on your face because you're thinking, your mind's just turning around so many different directions, because you have to remember to stay in the right shot. You have to remember if your camera's still on. There's just so many wheels turning besides just doing your...
and this was on video, one of our shopping videos, and I think she was referring to that.
Yeah.
But, I'm 72 years old. I'm going to be 73 very soon. And if I forget things, hey, that's normal for this age. But, I can still remember to get up in the morning. That's the most important part, right?
Right.
Okay, I wasn't going to talk about that, but I thought it was funny. But we always get new comments from new viewers that's just watching the first time. And a lot of times they'll say things that's hateful or mean or rude or whatever. And if it's too bad, I'll delete it. But, okay, so off topic there. Let's talk about something that's very important going on right now in our life. I've been telling everyone that we're going to have the merchandise store open again. And quite a few people's been asking, when are you going to sell shirts again? They didn't get to get them last year, so they're wanting to get one this year. Marie, you're wearing, this is one of the shirts that we're going to have. This is in, I think it's called heather color, but I call it pink. Yeah. But it says, do what you love what you do. And I think that's the prettiest shirt that we have. And I think we probably sold more of that design than any other shirt. And probably the second most popular is the one that I'm wearing that just says Southern Country Living. And so these two shirts will be on sale in our store. They're $22 each. And then Kim, now she's one that designed these for us, and she designed 2 new shirts. And if I can get a picture of them, I'm going to show you the picture of the 2 new shirts. And they're also $22 each. Okay, and then the other items we're going to have, this was very popular last year, is the apron that says Southern Country Living. And I know y'all have seen Marie wear this quite a few times. And I'm not going to unfold it all the way out, but it's a beautiful apron. And it's made out of material that's sort of like a blue jean type material. Mm-hmm. So very, very durable and easy to clean. And then the last item that we're going to have is the Southern Country Living hats. I think this is your hat, Marie. You want to try it on?
I guess.
Well, she's got her headband on, but anyway, it's a Southern Country Living hat.
It's adjustable.
Yeah, and it is adjustable. The hats and the aprons are $18 each. Now, the way we do our store, we're able to offer lower prices. We could do it another way, but the prices would be a lot more money. But the way we do it, the store is open right now. And I'm going to put you a link right here that you can click on this link to go to the store, or you can go down in the description of our video and it will take you directly to the store. The store will be open today through April the 14th. So that's only about 2 weeks that you have to place an order. And all the orders will be processed and shipped at the same time. And they said they would be shipped by April the 30th. And they hope to ship them a little earlier than that, but at least by April 30th. It really depends on how many they sell. And so that will make the determining factor on it. But so if you want to order some of the merchandise, be sure and get in there and place the order, because once the store closes, it'll be too late to order them until we do another sale again, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, a few people have asked me to have things like coffee cups, mugs, several different items that people have asked if we would carry those. And I could sign up with a company that specializes in that type of merchandise and carry it. Mm-hmm. And with the same company, we could offer T-shirts year-round. But the price is going to be a whole lot more. But that may be something that I will do in the future, because I wouldn't mind being able to do that. I think it's a good idea. But this right here allows people to get the merchandise at a lower price. Now, the only thing, the company that we deal with, they only ship to the U.S. only. So we will not be able to ship anything to either Canada or Australia or the United Kingdom or any of the other countries, because we got quite a few really good viewers that watch from those countries, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Mm-hmm. But the company that designs our shirts, they're local to us. They're only, 15 miles away, over in Cedartown, Georgia, and they've been in business a long time. They're a local company. They make a lot of merchandise for a lot of the NFL teams and baseball teams, and they're into that type stuff. But because Kim works with them, she was able to get them to open a store and do our merchandise for us. And it is real good, high-quality merchandise.
Yeah. Okay,
so if you want to order, be sure and get your order in. I will remind everyone next week, and then I'll remind everyone the last Sunday before the store closes. But y'all place your order, and that's one way of helping to support our channel, right, Marie? Mm-hmm. Plus, it's nice to wear these shirts around. We love this one. I've had it for, I think, almost 2 years, hasn't I, Marie? And it still looks good. It's been washed quite a few times, but it still looks good. Okay, Marie, next thing that I wanted to talk about was this last week. Mm-hmm. We have been busy doing a lot of things, but nothing extremely important. But I did go to my oncology doctor, and I also went to my surgery doctor. I did both of them this last week. And y'all know that I'd had a CT scan done the week before. And I mentioned on the when I talked about the CT scan last week, that it showed a couple of minor things. I don't remember exactly what I said, but there were two things that I was concerned about. One was it showed a little problem with my lung on my right-hand side. And the second was it showed, it said I had a big hernia. And I was really concerned about that, but I didn't feel like I trusted it. Okay, so talked to the oncology doctor, and he says everything looks good on his side, no problems. We'll do it again in 6 months. They like to do it every 6 months and keep an eye on me. Okay, so when I went to the surgeon doctor, I hit him up. He told me, he said, your CT scans are looking great, Calvin. He said, I'm so proud of how they're looking. And I said, well, I am too. I said, but I got a couple of questions. So I asked him about my lung, and he said that lung on the CT, the way it showed up, that it is not a problem. It's nothing to be concerned about at all. And he talked is just sort of normal for having the type surgery I had, that it is normal. And I told him, I said, I do feel numbness in there because, when they did the surgery, they cut me in the front, but they cut me in the back and went through right beside my lung there. Mm-hmm. And he said, yeah. And he said, you're probably going to have that numbness because of all the nerve ends that was cut. And he said, you'll probably have that rest of your life. But said, other than that, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay. Mm-hmm. So then when I mentioned the hernia, he said that because of the surgery, the way it has to work, and I'll go ahead and explain it just like he told me. I hope it's not too much information. But because in the surgery, they had to remove about half of my esophagus up to about right here. And so what they do is where my stomach is, they had to cut off the very top part of the stomach because that's where the cancer was at, where it attached to the esophagus. And he brought the stomach up through the diaphragm and joined it onto my esophagus up here. And he said, so when you do a CT scan, the technicians see that, and they actually see your stomach coming through your diaphragm, and they call that a hernia. And so he said, nothing to worry about there. That's just your actual surgery. And so then he checked me good, and he said, yeah, you don't have any hernias. You're fine. So that's good news for me, right? Yes. I was concerned about it. I do have a weak muscle right here on this left-hand side of my stomach from where the surgery was. And he did caution me to be real careful. I don't want to pull and strain that because he said you could get a hernia, but don't have a hernia now. Okay, that was a lot of information, but some of you guys have been watching us ever since I was diagnosed with cancer. And I was actually diagnosed in 2022, about the month of April. I believe it was right around April the 1st. So as of right now, it's been about 3 years ago that I was diagnosed. I did go through, first thing they did was started me on chemo and radiation. I went through all the chemo and radiation. I had a surgery and put a feeding tube in because sometimes the radiation makes it where you can't eat. And so after all the chemo and radiation, they checked me and they said the cancer had definitely shrank, had not spread, but they still wanted to do that surgery to remove it. And so that was my next, within 2 or 3 weeks, I had that surgery. They did all that, removed all that, and I started recovering from that. And then they put me on chemotherapy. Actually, it's called immunotherapy that lasts for 1 year. So I took the immuno for 1 year, went through all that. And so I feel like right now that I'm just now starting to recover from all the chemo and immunotherapy that I took. I'm finally starting to feel halfway decent again.
Yeah, it takes a while, that's for sure.
Marie went through cancer and surgery and all that in 2015. And I remember it took you 18 months to 2 years to fully recover.
Right.
And
I had a lot of complications too.
She did, and she still has side effects from it. And just to look at her right now, you can't tell that. You just look at her and say, she's just a beautiful, sweet woman. But she has to deal with it every day, don't you, baby?
Oh, Calvin, sometimes you say a little bit too much.
Okay, well, I love you. And I don't mind showing it. Okay,
well, that was sweet, but I
forget
still blush.
Yeah, I forget sometimes that we got a couple of people that watches our channel, and right now it's just me and you sitting here talking, and there's no one else here, so this is us. We talk like this all the time. Okay, so that's a little update for all you guys that are sort of new to the channel, and I know we got quite a few new ones, which, by the way, we hit 96,000 this last week. So we're getting closer and closer to 100,000. And it seems like the closer you get, the slower it goes. But
and we thank you, all of our viewers and subscribers. Y'all have really meant a lot to us throughout these years that we've been doing this. I've kept all of y'all's cards throughout all these years that y'all have sent them to me, and I read every one of them. I've read every one of them, and I keep every one of them.
Yeah. I remember back when, y'all excuse me, I got choked a little bit there. The pollen is absolutely terrible right now.
It is.
And I mean, it's even falling on the driveway out there and you can see it. It's bad.
And it was in the air yesterday. It looked like fog practically.
It did, yeah. But I remember back when we first started channel, we were just getting going and everything. And when we hit 2,000 subscribers, I was thinking, well, you know, we actually got a little something going on here. So I remember about the time when we hit 3,000, and we went to the doctor's office one day, and the lady that works there, she made a comment. She said, I've been watching y'all on YouTube. And that was the first person that ever said they had seen us on YouTube in person.
Yeah.
And so when our doctor comes in, the nurse that said that, she had told the doctor, and the doctor come in, she said, I didn't know y'all did YouTube. And because we didn't tell everybody, did we, Marie? But we thought that was sort of.
It is interesting the first time it happens to you.
And so now we're used to it. We go out and we go to Walmarts and all these places, and people are always saying, hey, we watch you on YouTube. And we appreciate that.
We're so excited to meet y'all. Y'all may be excited to meet us, but we're just as excited to meet y'all because we don't know what y'all look like out there too much unless you send us a picture of you.
Okay, Marie, I probably got off topic and talked about a bunch of things I wasn't planning on talking about today, so I don't know how long that took. But let's go ahead and cover our videos that we did last week.
All right.
And after all, that is the main part of our channel is the videos, isn't it? Last week we did 6 videos, and the first one was our Sunday chat, and it was at the Lindell Train viewing station. And that was a fun video to make. We kept thinking a train would come by while we were there, but it didn't. But once I put the chairs and everything up, then I heard the train coming, so I was able to set the camera up and record it. But I used to love go over and record the trains. Actually, some of my very first, earliest videos, I've got 2 or 3 of just trains going by. Second video we did was called Fun Day, Bojangles Failure. And we just had some fun, went and got breakfast and went to a couple of creeks and a couple of our favorite places and met the great-grandbabies at the playground and had fun that day. And that was the day that Marie didn't get the biscuit that she ordered. But it worked out. Everything was fine.
That's happened not just then, but from Bojangles, y'all all have had those experiences when you go through the line and order something and then, you know, you don't check it right then and then you get on maybe even home and then you see you didn't get what you wanted. We've all experienced that, hadn't we?
Yeah.
It's not fun, but I mean, you know, I just ate what I got and didn't worry about it. I was just glad to have something to eat.
Okay, and then the next video we did was the spaghetti salad. And I think you made that video, didn't you, Marie?
I did, and I really enjoyed that. It'll be a really good spring and summertime salad to make, and it would probably keep about 3 days, but I think mine was gone the second day.
Well, it was really delicious.
Was really good.
Yeah, I loved it. The fourth video we did was our Hobby Lobby shopping trip, and Marie was there with Addison and Avery, and she bought them some toys to play with.
Yeah.
And Addison, she just had a ball. She loves to go in Hobby Lobby and shop for toys.
Yeah.
And our granddaughter Kim, who is Addison's mother, she made the comment on the video. She said, I think Nana likes to shop more than the kids do.
Yeah, I do. I don't have any little children to buy for anymore. My children are grown up and my grandchildren are grown up. I only have my great-grandchildren to buy for. And I always enjoy, you know, making a little smile on their face. That makes me happy.
And something else that Marie likes to do when we go to visit Kim, she'll go back in Addison's room with her, and they set up and they play house and dolls and kitchen, all these different things that they like to play. And Marie can stay back there for 2 hours and play with her. She just loves it, don't you?
Well, I don't. My children, like I said, have grown up, and I've always loved children, and I've always enjoyed being a housewife, and I've always enjoyed. A lot of people do, and some people don't, but I'm one of those that does.
Yeah, well, and I love to watch her play with Addison. Addison gets so excited when she calls her Nana. She said, "Nana, come play with me." Yeah. And she'll call on the phone, ask you to come play with her.
Yeah, and also, some people may be offended that I said housewife. So you can call it whatever you want to, domestic, entrepreneur, whatever. I don't even know what the terminology is anymore. But I just have always been my most happiest when I was at home doing my things around the house than I had, doing. I've had some jobs, and I enjoyed them for a while, but I always felt like I needed to be back at home because just things didn't go the way that I wanted them to go when I was working. It seemed like everything happened. It seemed like I was called to be at home. So that's the reason that, I felt like that it was my calling to be a stay-at-home mom.
You did a great job at it, too. Look at our kids, how great they turned out, and our grandkids, because Marie took care of most of our grandkids.
Yeah, but I know that some people, are not able to do that. And, we all have to go, we're all called down different roads. And so some people can do it, and some people don't even want to do it. But, you're all called to different things in life.
Okay. And our next video, Marie, it was a throwback video, and it was the Butterfinger cake. And that's where you made the cake to take to Cynthia's birthday party. And at the very end of that video, if you watch it and pay attention, it shows you, your daughter, your granddaughter, and your great-granddaughter. So there's 4 generations of women at the end of that video. And a lot of our viewers pointed that out because they noticed it.
Yeah.
Okay, the last video we had this last week was the cheesy potato casserole. And on that video, you also made a pork roast, you made some green beans, and you made an ambrosia salad. Yep. And now, Marie, you know that I love ambrosia salad. Yep. Way back when I was a teenager and I worked at the grocery stores part-time, one of the stores we worked at sold ambrosia salad. Yeah. And they also sold Watergate salad. Yeah. And so you've been making that for me for years and years, and I love it. Yes.
It's 2 good, easy desserts, and they're actually good little desserts for here at Easter time.
Yes. Okay, Marie, I think that pretty much covers everything. I just want to remind everyone one more time that the store is open for ordering shirts and merchandise. There will be a link in the description below. You can just click on it and go straight to the store, and you can read it. It tells you everything you need to know about what I was just talking about. Okay, Marie, I'm about to lose my voice here. That pollen's getting to me today. But we'll go ahead and close the video out unless you got something else that you need to add to it, Marie.
No, I think we covered just about everything we did this week.
Well, we already. We got tomorrow's video already made for Monday. It's already made, so I hope y'all enjoy that. And hopefully we'll be able to make some more good ones for this coming week. We take everything one day at a time.
Yeah, and this week it's going to be rainy a lot, so I don't know what all we're going to do, but we'll find something to do, won't we?
We'll do our best.
All right, so we're going to close our video out now, and so y'all do what you love and love what you do, and we'll see you on the next video, and y'all have a great weekend. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's I'm drinking. We're like one, and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you.